Today, started on the bed space. Now the thing with the bed space is the way I want to do it is it's going to be in several different parts. So the first thing I had to do was look at leveling the base. So that comes in two parts. One, this part here. So what you're looking at there is going to be a table. I'll try and set it up and show you how it goes in a minute. And then this other little coffee table, which is also housing the plumbing and the electrics. So the idea with this is going to be like a couch area where I can sit back and relax. The little coffee table I showed you is obviously things like coffee, or maybe put down a book or whatever, things like that. It's also going to be the base for a bookcase, which will become clearer later on. This is going to be like a little stand, and the stand is for this table. So we're going to have a table up about this height. It comes in several parts. In order for it to work, hey Becky, come on. Hey Piccolo, you come out too. Come on. Come on. Oh, family show. Right, so in order for that all to work, this part here needs to be raised up just a little bit. So it needs to be raised up to about there, about 10 centimetres or so. Hey buddy, come back up. And then it flips over. Okay, so this part, when it's at the bed base height, it flips over here to rest on the coffee table to become the actual bed base, so my legs wouldn't be there. It's going to sit there, and in theory it's going to be level with that base. And then we've got the slats which go on top as well, so they are going to keep the mattress from getting too moist. If you've slept on a futon or a foam mattress, you'll know that they can collect quite a bit of moisture, so it's just to try and combat that. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be about building this box to lift it up a little bit and also give me a little bit more storage. Got heaps done actually. I've got this box made so that I can level out the table, so the table sits nicely on here now. And we'll flip over and land quite squarely on the other side. So once that's got the hinge in it, it's cool. I've also put the rail mechanism in, which is what's going to be, it's going to give it extra strength as far as lifting and lowering. And you can see there's another one under here, which will be fixed on the side, lifts to here. This part here comes in underneath here and fits in squares like that, and it will come down like this, so that's sort of another locking mechanism to keep it up. I was surprised how easily this came together actually, and I got it right first time, so I was pretty happy about that. Next comes flooring, so I have to put in floor insulation underneath where I'm going to put storage, because I don't want the damp to get through. So that's pretty much my next task. Okay, another day, no dollars. Oh well. Don't think I'm going to be winning any flooring awards, but I got the floor done, so that's good. It's two layered, I showed you before. First layer is an insulation layer, so it's got foil on one side and just foam on the other. So that's down underneath it, and that was really the main point in doing it. I redid the actual tiles because I didn't want to deal with trying to rip up the floor, and also because the vinyl was a little bit tired, so I thought, no. Good, so it also gives it another layer of insulation. So now I've got the vinyl that was there, and then I've got the foam insulation layer, and then I also have the vinyl tiles. So the idea being that I can prevent too much dampness and also cold. Dampness is definitely a consideration you have to think about when you're living in such a small space. This is smaller than like tiny homes, and especially at night time, you notice the condensation builds up. So the last thing I want is to add to that by having the damp rising through the floor and having floor rot setting in. So that's what today was all about, and I went right through and did under the bed. That was the reason I did it now. I had to take into account the extra height that was going to be when I raised the flooring. The new bed. So I got down everything that I needed to get it level. Put the trellis on top. Put the trellises in the storage compartments too. So they're all ready to go, really. One of the things that's going in is a bookcase, just over there. That is meant to do a few things. So part of one of the things it's supposed to do is be a support under here. That's what's going to dictate the height. It's going to be the height to support underneath this section here. But it's also going to be a bookcase over there during just relaxing time. And everything it's like a transformer really, this thing. I mean, the walls transform, the bed transforms. The only thing that's pretty static is over the other end, which I haven't done yet. Getting there. I feel like I can do it now that I've got this bit done. This was a bit daunting. So now it works. And so it's another day done. Today, I spent way too much time doing this table, trying to get it so it now actually raises up. If you're careful and if you move the mattress, which I can't do right now, it raises up nicely and it locks out. I need to still put a plate in the wall so that I can lock it out into the wall as well. I gave up on the idea of making it a flip out full length table because it was just getting too hard, and yeah, I just couldn't be bothered, and I'd spent way too much time on that particular project, so I decided to move on. I might do it sometime in the future, who knows. Other things I did today was under the table, under the sink, I put the veneer on the shelf. It looks a bit average, to be honest. It's a bit patchwork because it's recycled veneer from other bits and pieces. But whatever, this is not for a resale value, it's really just for my living, so that'll be fine for me. Stop getting wet. And the thing I did is I took down this rail which had a curtain here, and the reason I took it down is because I was going to use it again under the sink. So under the sink it's going to be a curtain under there, just covering up the stuff when that sink's popped up, but it still allows it to pop down. So I mean, it's a way that I can still make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, and have a functional space, as well as still making it sort of compact down, which is really important in this caravan. I'll probably be doing a lot of building of those new projects, as well as I still have to do the flooring underneath that unit which you are currently sitting on as the camera. Today you get the diary from in the workshop. This is where all the cutting and hammering and screwing happens. I'm doing it here because the caravan's an absolute mess at the moment. I've got heaps done. I didn't actually do a video yesterday because I was working so hard. I got some news that the people I'm house sitting for will be back early, so I took it up in a gear and got heaps done yesterday. So what did I do? I'll show you some pictures of the projects that I've done. Basically, it was making a wardrobe so I can hang my clothes up and also put my shoes away somewhere. It was making a bookcase, that's what I did today. Not the bookcase, sorry, the shelving unit for storage. What I had to do before I could do the bookcase was sort out the end of the bed, which was previously a little bit shorter. So I had to make a little extension for two reasons. One, for the trellis, the slats to sit on properly so they're not overhanging, and also so that I can make the bookcase sit across that whole part there. And I also sort of walled off what will be the toilet. Because they're going to come home early, I'm not going to have time to do all of it, and that includes, unfortunately, doing the toilet renovation. I'm not willing to cut a hole in the side of my caravan if I'm not sure that I'm going to have the time to finish it. The other things I did is I started doing a lot of the fabric work. So a couple of days ago, I forget if I mentioned on the video, but I finished the curtains. Yesterday I worked out how to do and sewed up one of the headboard armrests. Tonight I'm going to finish that off and do the other one, as well as hopefully making a start on the outer shell of the wardrobe and the shelving. So I want to have a sheet, like a fabric coating, to see when it's all done, which can be removed for packing down, but also can be put back on for when it's staying somewhere for a while. Hey, right, so today's video is going to be a selfie because I had nowhere to put the camera really. So today started on the bed space. Now the thing with the bed space is the way I want to do it is it's going to be in several different parts. So the first thing I had to do was look at leveling the base. So that comes in two parts. One, this part here. So what you're looking at there is going to be a table. I'll try and set it up and show you how it goes in a minute. And then this other little coffee table, which is also housing the plumbing and the electrics. So I will just put this down and I'll see if I can get a good angle. Okay, so it took some doing, but I think that's a pretty good angle. So the idea with this is going to be like a couch area where I can sit back and relax. The little coffee table I showed you is obviously things like coffee, or maybe put down a book or whatever, things like that. It's also going to be the base for a bookcase, which will become clearer later on. This is going to be like a little stand, and the stand is for this table. So we're going to have a table up about this height, which will sit nicely out there. But again, that's going to be once it's finished that you'll see how that works. And basically it's going to be on hinges, so it kind of flips over this way. So that's the idea. Anyway, the idea is to have this happening. How it's going to work out, we'll see. Yeah. The other half of it is it has to raise up, so in order to be a table it needs to come up to here. So I've got a method of doing that in mind, and as I said, part of that is that stand, and the other part is the rail mechanism, which was holding a tray meant for a chili bin storage under the kitchen sink. So you can see it's pretty tricky what I'm planning to do. Hopefully it all works out. Fingers crossed. I only half believe it myself, to be honest. The other thing I need to do for it all to work out as a bed base is this needs to be level with this, so the two sides need to be level. So what I'm going to have to do tomorrow is actually to lift this up a little bit, only about that much, about 10 centimeters I think it was, and that's going to allow it then to flip straight over and become the bed base that it needs to be. And then on top of that, as I said, there's going to be slats, so those slats are going to be housed underneath the cushions here, and they're going to be over these two parts to make the actual base of the bed, to allow it to have some air under it. If you've ever slept on a futon or foam mattresses and things, you know that they actually soak up quite a lot of moisture during the night, so it's to help combat that. And those slats will just sort of store away underneath the couch while you're sitting there, so you should hopefully notice it. Yeah, so this is getting to the nitty gritty of the actual reno. All the rest is kind of in cosmetic really, and getting the materials to do this. So that's going to be tomorrow. Actually no, it might not be tomorrow, because tomorrow I am getting a tattoo. So you can look forward to that, and I will look forward to doing renovations in pain. It's going to be a fun time. Alright, catch you maybe tomorrow, but more likely the next day. Bye bye.